Welcome to Whimsical Weirdos Pod. I'm your host Amanda, and today we're talking about Love is Blind, Season 6, Episode 12, The Weddings. And actually, we're only talking about 2 weddings because Jimmy and Chelsea, well, they pulled the rug out on that one really fast in the beginning. Let's start off with Jimmy and Chelsea because theirs will be the shortest conversation we have. So, it started off okay. It started off with him asking, I'm not sure. Do you see us getting married? And she, it took her a while, but she was like, I can see it. It's just we've been through a lot, blah blah blah. And then he was absolutely like, no, I can't do it. And it was, I don't know. I'm not mad about it. I feel like they're both obviously not ready to get married. I feel like it would have been a mistake and they would have had to, get a divorce like sooner rather than later type thing. So maybe it's better that way. But dang, I didn't expect them to like not go to the altar at all. I thought we would at least, make it to the altar and then he would say no or Chelsea would say no or something like that. I did find Chelsea's comments a little bit ridiculous because she's like, oh, you're just giving up on us and all this stuff. And then she brings up like the friend that he messed around with and he had already told her about that. And he asked her to not say it on camera, which we didn't know. But anyway, she keeps bringing that up. It's just like, how can you possibly want to get married if you still have this major issue, like a major trust issue? And she said we only had one fight, and he's like, no, we didn't. She thought he was talking about that scene where they all met up at the lake house or whatever, and she was saying that Amy and Johnny are the best couple, which they are because they're the only ones that got married. But anyway, yeah. But they've had quite a lot of fights, and they've been pretty brutal fights, and it's just kind of like a super toxic relationship like you would tell your friend to get out of. It's just like an endless cycle type of thing, it seems like. So maybe they've got it figured out in the future. I did see some, not spoilers, but I saw on TikTok that they were seen eating together at a restaurant. So maybe they're back together, maybe they're just friends. But yeah, this, like, at the time of this show, like they were not ready to get married, and it's better for them that they didn't, even though for us viewers it was like, man, I thought they'd make it to the altar to at least say no. But better for them as people. But Chelsea is friends with her ex, and she didn't deny that FaceTime that he accused her of. And it's just like, you can have your ex as a friend, but he can't. Maybe she doesn't hang out with the ex as much, but then she did FaceTime him. I don't know. And they were actually married, I think, right? That's the ex we're talking about? I don't know. Yeah, I think it's weird that Jimmy is friends with his ex and hangs out with them, but then Chelsea has her ex, so it's like, does she really have a right to tell him don't hang out with her if she's like FaceTiming her ex? It's just a weird thing, and if it makes her uncomfortable, then leave. That's the end of the story. Like, obviously he doesn't want to give up his friends. So, and obviously you're not comfortable with it. So that's the end. That's like end of story right there. Moving on. AD and Clay. I'm so sad. Like, I'm not sad that they didn't get married. I didn't want them to get married because I believe there's someone better for AD out there. She's a great person. She gives a lot, and she just, chose the wrong guy. But I'm really hoping like they're not together now. I hope she, is either single or found someone better for herself, like someone who takes care of her and doesn't mind driving like 30 minutes to see her. Like, yeah, but it seemed like towards the end they kind of had a weird reconciliation and they were gonna work on it. I don't know. AD, I love you, girl, but she said it herself. She sees a red flag, she paints her nails red. The girl chose someone she would have chosen in real life, it seems like. I hope Clay has had time to work on himself, but oh my gosh, he delivered like his vows flawlessly with a big smile. He said to her face, looking at her in the eyes, I'm so happy we're here right now. And then is like, I don't think it would be responsible for me to say I do. And then goes, but I'm still rocking with you? What? I just love the way AD left. Like, she left with grace, she left with her family and friends, and she hugged his mom like, it's him, it's not his mom. I wish that when they talked, like, she would have shut it down, like, didn't leave the door open, didn't kiss him, all that stuff. He just seemed so nonchalant about everything. Like, when he was talking to his mom and dad, or no, especially his dad, he was very, like, casual about it. He was, like, smiling and talking, and he was, like, totally calm, and we didn't see, like, a lot of emotions. Maybe he just doesn't show emotions like externally like that, but he was feeling it inside. But yeah, like from the outside, it just seemed like he was just nonchalant and he already had this like ready to go. Like he already knew, he said it so confidently, and he should have just done what Jimmy did and be like, I don't think I'm ready to marry you, but then they would only have one wedding, right? So I don't know, he just seems like he wasn't genuine with her, but whatever. But he definitely, has his issues he has to work through because of what he saw as a kid. And, like, his dad, even now, when they had that conversation, it was very like, yeah, 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 I'm proud of you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then Clay asks him, like, you think I should go talk to her, AD? And his dad's like, yeah, you don't want to appear indifferent or something along those lines. And it's like, what do you mean appear? Like, he only cares about his image, it seems like. And even when Clay and AD's relationship was almost like, it was just really like physical and appearance based, at least from his side. I mean, he says she's sweet and caring, whatever, but like he saw her, like the first words out of his mouth when he saw her walking up the aisle was body. And then he also said, you got that shit on. Like, I don't know, maybe he's talking about something else, maybe that's just how he speaks, but I was like, that's not romantic. But anyway, it was just interesting how it was just very appearance based. And he even said in his vows, like, oh, I told you, I wasn't gonna propose till I saw what you look like. And it's like, why did you join this show? Why didn't he join any other show where he could see people? Like, there's so many. It didn't make any sense. I don't know, he has a lot of work to do, and so does his father. Like, dang. In his defense, like, it shows, like, him doing all this and acting like that, it shows, like, how your parents really affect you in the future and their marriage and everything. His mom was totally right when she was speaking to his dad, like, you need to apologize. He told me stuff that I didn't know before, and you need to apologize to him. You don't have to explain anything, just apologize. But they seem like they don't really have heart to hearts, which I also don't really have heart to hearts with my parents either, so I get it. But yeah, he has, like, his commitment issues and trust issues. So yeah, hopefully he sees a therapist. But I really, really hope they're not together. I truly hope they're not together. AD is, like, she's a boss lady. She has her businesses. She's ready. Like, she's committed. I hated when she was, like, talking by herself, and she was like, these guys, like, she just doesn't feel good enough, and we've all been there. But she just needs to find the right guy, and in my opinion, at this moment in time, it's not Clay. I hope everything goes well for AD. Amy and Johnny, the actual non-train wreck couple in this entire show, or entire season. I will not disrespect Lauren and Cameron like that, but they were so cute. Everything was perfect. I love Amy's dad. He is so sweet, and he involved Johnny's sisters and brought them together as a family, and they just work. They just work. They're like a fairy tale. She looked like a little princess with her tiara. You know what? Honestly, like, her dress and her tiara, it's not my taste, but it, like, fits her so well. Like, I always thought, like, that was too much together, but she really pulled it off like an actual little fairy. She's so cute. But you could really tell, like, they're genuine. And Johnny was talking about everything they spoke about with his friend. Like, they talked about what would happen if they lost their job and one of them had to file bankruptcy. And I was like, I've never had that conversation in my life. Like, they were really into it, and they're both on the same page for that type of stuff. So that's great that they spoke about it, and I don't know, they're just cute and hopefully a long-lasting couple. I was watching it with my friend, and we both clocked that Johnny told Amy, he was like, you look amazing. And we were comparing that to Clay, like, oh, you wore that shit or something he said. And it was just, like, so different. So yeah, like a different way of speaking to someone you love, It was really cute. Honestly, I don't have much else to say about this episode, just because they like put a lot of stuff in the background for the wedding and the crying scenes, and you know how they do. So yeah, I'm ready for the reunion, and they did reveal the reunion outfits. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to look at those, but definitely look at them if you haven't. And I was shocked by this. Sarah Ann, or Stacey Ann, whatever her name is, and Jeremy are attending the reunion. I saw that Laura, yeah, she is attending via Zoom, so she'll technically be there. And then the outfit I think I liked. Okay, so I liked Amy's outfit the best so far because it's like this red sparkly dress, like it fits her so well. The girl looked good in the photos. And then Brittany, I think that was her name, with Kenneth. I like she looked like she's going to the Golden Globes. The girl looked good. I'm really excited to see the drama. I feel like Jessica, Jimmy, and Chelsea, like Jessica is like, being a nice girl, like she's not talking crap about anybody, so I don't think she'll have too much drama. She might just be like, I did like him, but I didn't want to like overstep my bounds or whatever. But I can't wait to hear what Jimmy and Chelsea, like what they've been up to and if they're together. That would be so interesting. Let me know what you guys thought of this season. I mean, it's basically over. So let me know what you thought, and feel free to subscribe to me on YouTube, listen to me wherever you listen to podcasts, and, follow me on TikTok. I post a lot on there. Everything's at Whimsical Weirdos Pod. Bye, guys, and don't forget to stay weird.